Nah, 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 nah. Hey,
What
don't
up?
be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. Nah, go ahead, babe. Nah, 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 nah. Go ahead, babe. Nah, 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 nah. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down? Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that. Da, da, da. Da, da, da.
Somebody who's really in need of a doctor right now is Lil Nas X. Things have gone from strange to flat out chaotic for him, and the world is watching this meltdown unfold like a slow motion car crash. Recently, Lil Nas X was thrown in jail after a shocking altercation with a police officer. Reports say he got into a tussle, actually put hands on the officer, and is now being held behind bars with no bail in sight. That's not just drama, that's serious business. But here's where it gets wild. Before all of this went down, Lil Nas X was spotted strutting through the streets in nothing but his underwear, singing random songs to strangers like it was his own private concert. Witnesses claim he was yelling about some party happening later, and honestly, you didn't need a medical degree to tell something wasn't right. The man looked gone, completely out of it, high as a kite, lost in his own world. Now listen, this situation isn't funny, it's actually scary. But the bizarre behavior had some people recalling that infamous Dave Chappelle joke about Lil Nas X, the kind of you can't make this stuff up comedy that almost writes itself, except this time it's real life and it could end very badly.
Then a man who calls himself Lil Nas X, and he said, I tried to get you in my video. What video? And he just looked at me like, you know what video, and walked away.
The part that truly rattled everyone? After pacing the street half naked, Lil Nas X reportedly stripped down completely, yes, completely naked, and then lunged straight at a police officer. That's when things escalated from embarrassing to dangerous. Authorities had no choice but to take him down on the spot, and now he's sitting in a cell, leaving fans stunned and asking what in the world is going on with him. After that wild scene, Lil Nas X was rushed straight to the hospital where doctors reportedly treated him for a possible overdose. That's right, first he's stripping naked in the street, then lunging at a cop, and now he's on a hospital bed getting emergency care before being thrown into a jail cell. Once he was stabilized, he was booked and slapped with a misdemeanor charge for battering the officer. And right now, he's still locked up with no bail. This isn't just messy drama, it's the kind of thing that can derail a career in the blink of an eye. Now here's where it gets even more unsettling. For months, fans have been whispering about Lil Nas X possibly dabbling in drugs. And after seeing this incident, a lot of people are connecting dots. Earlier this year, he posted a clip that had folks scratching their heads. In the video, his speech was slow, chopped up, and his whole vibe just seemed off. Fans immediately started speculating. One person wrote, "Nobody better had drugged him. I don't remember his speech being that dang choppy." Another flat out said, "He is high as F and not on weed. He on drugs bad." And someone else doubled down, "Lots of coke. My boy coked up." The comments weren't kind, but they reflected the concern people have been building for a while now. People are basically shouting, stop pretending you don't see what's happening to this man. And let's not forget, back in April, Lil Nas X landed in the hospital and showed off his partially paralyzed face on social media. At the time, many thought it was just a random health scare. But now, fans are wondering if that too was connected to drugs. The timeline is starting to look more suspicious, like warning signs that were ignored until everything boiled over. Yeah, this whole situation with Lil Nas X is disturbing, deeply disturbing. Honestly, I just hope he finally gets the help he so clearly needs, because let's be real, a lot has gone down with him ever since he stepped into this industry, and you can see the toll it's taken. I won't dive into every theory, but it's obvious there are layers to what's been happening behind the scenes. Part of the problem is his career just collapsed. There was a time when Lil Nas X was everywhere, topping charts, breaking records, dominating social media. But the same boldness that first made him stand out is what ended up turning a lot of people away. When he started mocking Jesus and playing around with heavy religious imagery, mixing in demonic visuals, that wasn't just controversy for clicks. That was a line that many listeners couldn't stomach. People who once cheered for him suddenly felt pushed away, and he lost a big chunk of his fan base almost overnight. And yet, that might not even be the full story. Some believe there's more industry drama lurking in the shadows, things we'll probably never fully know about, that helped push his career off the cliff. What we do know is this: it's not easy to go from sitting on top of the world to falling flat in just a couple of years. That kind of downfall can break a person, especially someone young who never had time to process the fame in the first place. So what happens when the music isn't hitting anymore? The headlines turn sour and the fans walk away. For Lil Nas X, it looks like he turned to drugs as a way to cope. And being in Hollywood only makes it worse. Late night parties, shady industry folks, people handing out substances like candy. It's a trap. And once you get pulled into that fast life, it's nearly impossible to escape without serious help. So yeah, that's exactly what I think is happening with Lil Nas X. And honestly, it's not just about drugs or fame falling apart. There's something much deeper going on with him, something spiritual. People in Hollywood get caught up in things the average person can't even imagine. They chase success so hard that some of them end up selling their souls. Literally, they open doors they can't close, inviting in all kinds of energies and influences that don't have their best interests at heart. When you mix fame, fortune, and desperation, you also invite in the dark side of the industry, the part nobody likes to talk about out loud. And once those spirits latch onto you, it's chaos. They twist your mind, destroy your peace, and wreck your career from the inside out. Watching Lil Nas X unravel the way he has, it feels less like random bad choices and more like something has a grip on him, pulling him further and further down. It's tragic because once you let that energy in, it doesn't just leave quietly, it stays and it feeds on the chaos in your life.